The Little Surprise Expedition. In a distant forest, there lived a little rabbit named Peter. He had soft brown fur, bright eyes, and long gray ears. Peter was a very lively and active rabbit, always hopping around the forest joyfully, filled with curiosity to explore unknown places. The forest where Peter lived was a beautiful and mysterious place, with towering trees, lush greenery, and abundant flowers and grass. In this forest, various animals lived harmoniously, such as birds, squirrels, rabbits, and deer, all sharing the blessings of nature together. Peter was full of love and curiosity for this forest. He loved running and jumping among the trees, exploring every corner. Peter enjoyed playing with other animals, listening to their stories, and sharing their joys and sorrows. Despite living in such a beautiful environment, Peter often felt lonely. He longed for a true friend to explore the mysterious forest with him, to share his joys and sorrows. However, he knew that finding such a friend was not easy, so he often wandered alone in the forest, hoping for a surprise encounter. One day, while Peter was searching for delicious red apples in the forest, he accidentally stumbled upon a hidden cave nestled among the trees. The cave seemed quite ordinary, but Peter's curiosity about the unknown prompted him to venture inside. Carefully, Peter crawled into the cave, only to discover that it was not as ordinary as it appeared from the outside. He found a mysterious passage leading to an unknown destination. Despite feeling a bit scared, Peter's curiosity drove him to continue forward. As the end of the passage drew nearer, Peter felt a mixture of nervousness and anticipation. When he emerged from the passage, he was pleasantly surprised to find himself in a mysterious garden filled with exquisite flowers and fantastical creatures. The garden resembled a fairy tale world, leaving Peter feeling dazzled and enchanted. The garden was adorned with various marvelous flowers, each emitting a captivating fragrance that drew Peter in. In one corner of the garden, he discovered a group of fairies adorned with rainbow-colored feathers, playing delightful music on the violins. Peter followed the rhythm of the music and began to dance freely in the garden. Suddenly, a colorful butterfly flew to Peter's side and quietly handed him a shimmering butterfly wing. Peter took the wing in surprise, discovering that it possessed magical powers, allowing him to fly temporarily. Peter danced gracefully with the rainbow-colored butterflies among the flowers, their light wings fluttering as if performing a beautiful ballet. Like a joyful little rabbit, Peter leapt and twirled with the butterflies, relishing in the happiness brought by the dance. Overjoyed, Peter soared through the garden using the butterfly wing, experiencing a happiness he had never known before. In this mysterious garden, Peter enjoyed a wonderful time filled with unexpected surprises. In the garden, Peter not only discovered beautiful flowers and fairies, but also encountered various wondrous animal friends. The rainbow-colored butterflies danced elegantly, their wings radiating with vibrant colors like a mesmerizing rainbow. Peter followed these butterflies, dancing freely in the garden and savoring the carefree moments of joy. Under an ancient tree, Peter encountered a clever squirrel. This squirrel had bright eyes and a nimble little mouth, and it told Peter some magical secrets about the garden. The squirrel showed Peter many clever tree hollows and hiding places for food, allowing him to understand the garden better. Peter also made friends with a group of friendly birds who joyfully sang on the branches, welcoming Peter's arrival with their melodious songs. These birds told Peter about the beauty of the garden and invited him to join the singing contest. Peter felt very happy and joined the birds, singing along with them. In the garden, Peter played and danced with his animal friends, spending delightful moments together. They shared happiness and friendship with each other, and their relationships became even closer. In this magical and surprising garden, Peter found his own happiness and made a group of precious friends. The clever squirrel and Peter played a game of hide and seek together. They ran back and forth in the forest of the garden, hiding and seeking, bringing endless fun to Peter. The squirrel also showed Peter some interesting toys and games in the garden, filling him with novelty and curiosity. Under a tall tree, Peter sat down with the birds and listened to their interesting stories. The birds took turns sharing their adventures and encounters in the garden, captivating Peter with their tales. Peter, in turn, shared his own wonderful experiences in the garden, which excited the birds immensely. They laughed together, sang songs, filling the entire garden with joy and laughter. In this beautiful moment, the friendship between Peter and his animal friends grew even deeper, and they felt the warmth and support of each other, which would become cherished memories forever. Deep in the garden, Peter encountered a mysterious flower fairy. Her attire seemed to be woven from beautiful flowers and plants, appearing incredibly beautiful and mystical. The flower fairy smiled gently, her eyes shining with wisdom and kindness. The flower fairy told Peter that every flower in the garden had its own story and life, and that we should respect and care for them. She taught Peter how to take care of flowers, providing them with enough sunlight and water to thrive. Peter listened with great interest, discovering his own passion for caring for flowers. The flower fairy also told Peter that we should respect nature and cherish every green leaf and every flower. Our actions affect every life in the garden, so we should protect this beautiful environment. Peter nodded, indicating that he would remember the flower fairy's teachings and strive to protect every green leaf and every flower in the garden. Finally, Peter realized that surprises in life don't necessarily have to be actively sought out. Sometimes, all it takes is to open one's heart and carefully feel everything around. To discover unexpected beauty, he understood that every moment in everyday life holds surprises and beauty, and by keeping a keen heart, one can discover the surprising moments in life. From then on, Peter learned to cherish the present moment and to approach each day with a grateful heart for the beautiful times. In Peter's heart, the surprises and joy brought by the mysterious garden were unparalleled. He deeply appreciated this wonderful place and vowed to protect nature, to protect this place that brought him so much happiness. He made a firm pledge to strive to keep this garden forever vibrant and beautiful, allowing more animals and people to enjoy the magic and joy here. Peter knew that protecting nature was not only his responsibility, but also a responsibility that everyone should bear. He was determined to pass on this mission of nature conservation to more people. Peter returned home, excitedly sharing his wonderful experiences in the mysterious garden with his family. He described the rainbow-colored butterflies, the clever squirrel, the friendly birds, and the mysterious flower fairy. His family listened to his stories, showing expressions of envy and surprise, expressing their desire to go on an adventure together. They believed Peter's stories and looked forward to the next unexpected journey of surprises. In this warm family, Peter felt infinite love and support. He knew that no matter what happened, his family would always stand behind him, which made him feel incredibly happy and warm.